What's good? What's good? Good peoples, good peoples. We are back once again with the Uncommon Rapport podcast. And I do have my guy, my co-host, my bruh, Mr. Gabe in the house. Talk to the people, Gabe. What's happening?
What's going on, y'all? It's good to be back in the house. We got a new, not new, he's not new by no stretch of imagination, but we got a new person we want to interview and talk to y'all and get y'all to get an opportunity to get to know because he got something coming. So, yeah, so let's get into it.
Absolute, absolute. And we got the feature artist for March the 19th, Mr. Bosa. What's happening? How you doing? PHE in the house.
What's good, man? How y'all doing? Appreciate y'all for having me on here as well.
Absolutely.
Absolute, absolute, man. Man, it's been a long time for this journey, man. It's been a
Yeah.
long time for this journey, but it is here now, my brother. And I greatly appreciate you for being on, man. So tell us, bro. Let's start right here, man. How did you get into music?
Music always been something that like I had a passion for. My mother, she was a singer, and all she did was sing. So she was always taking me to like studios or like musical events with her as a baby. And like I don't remember too much now, but I just like have flashes of that, and I hear the stories that people say. So that's kind of what sparked it. And then after she passed, I kind of started doing music for a little bit, but I kind of didn't like let it like I didn't let it be what it was supposed to be. And I guess I had to finish growing up. But over time, like it just was something that just came back and just stuck with me the whole time.
Mm.
Hmm.
So you saying that your mother, she's the one that planted that seed into your life with the music, right?
Yes, sir.
That's what's up. That's what's up.
Uh,
So go ahead, Gabe.
okay, so I was thinking because I have questions, So, I was wanting to know who, and so is that who inspired you to do music? Is she the
Uh,
person that inspired you, or is there like an artist that you was listening to when you were younger that kind of like made you like, man, I want to be like that? Like,
Nah, it's always been her, and even now, that's something like I don't really talk about it as much, but that's something that like keep me grounded
okay,
because with her being like gone, she didn't get to finish a lot of stuff that she started
okay,
musically. So I take it upon I guess I don't really take it. I think it was something that was given to me to
hmm
continue to finish.
so it's like legacy completion. Like you wanna, you remember your mom and what she was doing, but you understand that her life was cut a little shorter than anyone would want. And so
Yeah,
because of that, it kind of gave you the intrinsic, drive to want to, go forth and
for
complete.
sure,
So it's like in her honor, you want to do this in her honor in a sense.
for sure,
Okay,
for sure.
that's what's up. That is what's up. That is what's up. So where are you from?
I'm originally from Columbia, South Carolina. But like I
Okay,
said, as she passed away, I moved to a place called Conway, South Carolina.
okay,
Maybe like 25 minutes away from the beach.
got it. So you went like from when did this happen? When did all of this happen? So when did you? I hate to bring it up because I know it's like
Nah,
not
you good, you
you
good.
know.
It was like 9, 10. So I was on the beach like 9, 10. I grew up like fifth grade through like high school. I was in Myrtle Beach, Conway.
Okay, okay, okay. Good deal. Okay, Kev, back
Okay.
at you.
All right. All right. So you started music uh through the gift that your mother passed down to you. Um, and you was in Columbia, and then you transitioned to the Grand Strand area in Myrtle Beach, right?
Yes, sir.
So while you was growing up, who was some of the artists that you listened to? Who was some of your influencers, if I can use that expression, or who was some of the people that inspired you?
Growing up, I liked a lot of. This sounds kind of ratchet, but I liked a lot of like Gucci Man. Like I like Plies growing up.
Hey,
Like
Okay, okay.
them were, them were like
Burr.
my top. Them were like my top artists growing up.
Cool. Gucci Man implies. What was it about, their the delivery that captured you?
I think like for Gucci, I think it was just like the realness and
Yeah.
I when I listen to music, I don't listen to music like I can't like feel or relate or like even when I like listen to it, I kind of like I'm a person that if I like an artist, I do like I look at interviews, I like study this
Same.
person. So if I can't like back up anything you saying, I ain't really gonna listen to you.
I'm the
And
same way.
and for Plies, it was more so like I think his storytelling when he first came out, like he had a song it was like it was in like dedication to his mama, and just like and when he was talking about it in the song, I felt even me not having my mama, I still felt it because I know some of the stuff I was doing around the time. I was like, damn, my mama probably would not like this, but
Mm.
I still, was like, shoot, the music was just there to relate to.
Okay, so with them, with that, like, so those are your inspirations. Those are the two people that. By the way, I do agree with what you just said. I'm that same kind of person. I'm the type of person where if I like an artist or if I'm into the music, I go and I watch interviews. I kind of just keep up with them, to see where things are going. I'm
Can you?
definitely like that. But I'm definitely like that. Like I love to like get into it because I feel like authenticity is your best marketing tool. Being
Yeah,
authentically who you are and talk about what you really have going on. The question I have for you though is are those the type those two like Plies and Gucci Bird are those are those guys are that stylistically are do you compare yourself to them or do you think like your styling of your approach to your music is similar to theirs or would you compare yourself to someone else or would you compare yourself to anyone at all?
I honestly, I think for a period of time they were like people. Like, I still like Gucci, but I
Mm,
don't think I would just get in and like play Gucci Man in the car no more. Not no
right.
disrespect to him, but I just like now I think like maybe I go through phases with music, but like
Okay.
the two people that's like really been sticking with me is like I think since like 2014,
Mm,
maybe like a dude like Gates is somebody I've been continuing like to follow just because like I like once again I like how real he is, but I also see like his transition and like he may not be a perfect person, but
yeah.
I see like where he get like where he's admitting like, man, I was wrong about this or this how I heal
Mm,
from this. So I kind of like now thinking about it, Plies and Gucci kind of not. I take the storytelling part and maybe like the realness and the like the rawness from them,
okay.
but I can't really say like I'm gonna imitate them because I really don't listen to them at all no more.
Okay. So you more not wouldn't say you wouldn't compare yourself to Kevin Gates,
Yeah,
but you would say that stylistically, if that is someone who you needed or like let's say for instance somebody who wanted to under before they listen to you, like so what kind of what he giving like what's actually what is his
yeah,
style like before I listen to this am I gonna like this and somebody be like well you know how Kevin Gates is that's kind of how he is
yeah.
so
I would
that's
agree.
how it go.
I would agree
Okay.
with that. But like you said, also I'm still me at the same time.
Right.
So like
You
being that those people influence me, I still got like my own edge and I still got like my own identity
right.
because of who I am.
You bring your own flavor. You
Yeah,
still got this like this you like a lot of people I say this too like a lot of it's good to take something from someone and look at it and aspire or be like it in a sense but it's not good to completely imitate it's good to like use it like okay so I'm gonna put this in my arsenal and I'm gonna put this in my back pocket as you know I'm gonna use this for inspiration as to how I'm gonna portray myself or bring it out to the
for
world
sure.
you know but
Yeah,
don't like be original be authentic be yourself because we
for
got a
sure.
Gucci man, we got a Kevin, and we got a, you know, what is his name? Plies. We got a Plies for
Facts.
sure. We ain't no other ain't nobody else like. There's only
Facts.
one Plies. But
I, me
but yeah, we got them
personally,
all. So we looking for another. We want you.
Facts.
So yeah.
me
So that
personally, I truly do believe that authenticity plays a role when it comes to music and art. Um, it's so different whenever it feels foreign to you whenever it's like this person don't sound like they talking right, like they don't sound like they really living this, or you know, um, authenticity definitely plays a part. Can you tell us how you got started as a recording artist?
So basically, like I said, when I was 13, I started like me and my brother formed like this little group and we was just like making music. And at this time, like I said, at this time I had like a MP3 player, so I kind of was like playing the music over like the MP3 player, and we would just rap and we would just make songs. And like I said, it kind of fell off because I really ain't. I think I quit. I think I quit because my own personal reasons. But after that, I started engineering, and during the process of me engineering, I realized like, dang, I still like music, or I still feel like I had something to say. So, with that being said, like in me being a better engineer, I realized I became a better artist too because I was constantly perfecting my craft. If I ain't had nobody else to practice on, I still was practicing on me.
Wow, that's amazing.
That
That's
is good.
amazing, man. So that's how you basically got started recording. It was that. Hold on, let me rewind. That's basically how you started recording your own
So
lyrics
Yeah,
yourself.
yeah.
So let's go into the audio engineering aspect of it.
yeah.
How did you get into producing the sound?
Uh, Really, one day, I think I always like growing up. I always said like I wanted to be a producer.
Mm-hmm.
I never felt like I had the patience to sit there and like make instrumentals or well, that's pretty much the only thing I don't like to spend my time on. But I ain't really had the patience to do that. But I noticed during the process of me um I learned during the process of me doing that. I said I wanted to be a producer, but I ended up. I think one day my brother was like, "Yo, man, cause my dad opened a studio up on the beach, and I
Okay.
wasn't going. I wasn't going at the time because I just wasn't. I wasn't messing with it. I was doing other things. So my brother asked me to do record somebody one day, and I just recorded them, and 'cause I didn't know what I was doing, but it just fell into my lap. Like really, it was just like something that was thrown into my path.
Oh,
Wow, that's amazing. That's amazing. So your dad actually had the recording studio.
Yeah,
All right. I'm seeing these ties, how you really begin to be woven as an individual within the arts. First, your mother, and then your dad having a recording studio, which makes it so easy, accessible to you to venture off and do your own thing. You know what I'm saying?
yeah.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Without further ado, though, let me pause just for a second. We got a new panelist in the house
yes,
tonight,
sir.
Mr. Nafi Bey, also known as Nate the Great. What's happening, my brother? How you doing?
Peace, family, man. Hope everybody's doing well, enjoying their night. I see we got another dope artist that's in the building, man. I really just came to support my brother Kev, man, and he threw me on the panel, so we here. I don't mind conversing and listening to other creatives tell their story because it's always dope.
Absolute, absolute. Gabe, you got a question for him?
Yeah, I do. Let's talk about one thing I think a lot of people don't understand. And me, I didn't begin yet, right? But I am. I plan to. But what I did realize was that it's just a lot of difficulties in this. So talk about the struggles of an indie artist.
I think the main struggle is like I think the biggest part, which I'm blessed to say I had, was like the actual producing of the sound.
Mm-hmm.
So being in the studio allowed me to figure out what kind of artist I wanted to be. It allowed me to experiment at will, like at free will, and I think that's the biggest thing. Other than that, I really feel like being an indie artist, I think most people kind of make it harder. But I think if you don't buy into the process, I think that's what make it harder. Because even though things don't happen as fast as you see, like as you would want them to, you still be taking you still take some dubs, and it's a bunch of learning lessons during the way.
So when you say buy into the process, what do you mean by that?
I mean, like, so for me, for instance, like I think I've been making music for 6 years. Like
Mm,
that's both engineering and being a serious artist, like for 6 years.
okay.
So basically, all I was doing was like it wasn't happening as fast because I'm thinking like, man, I'm in the studio. I'm thinking like, oh, it's just gonna happen. Like I'm in the studio and this is gonna happen. Nah, you really gotta grind. Like you really gotta create a catalog, create a sound. You gotta you gotta make your image be likable. Like I'm not a person that at first I was shy. But being around people and being around other people that I knew like were outspoken, it allowed me the opportunity to be like, you know what, I can't always be in my shell. So you got to kind of like, I think you got to be a hustler because it's like you really got to grind. I don't know how to explain it. Like it's a lot that come with it. I think like basically like you funding it, you might go do something and not get nothing in return at the moment. It's a lot of sacrificing. Like you might sleepless nights. I mean, it's plenty of nights. I mean, even to this day, like I think last night I went to sleep like 3 o'clock,
Mm.
and I was back up 7 o'clock doing the same thing. So it's a lot of sleepless nights. It's a lot of giving up. A lot of like, for me personally, I got a family too, so it's a lot of like kind of sacrificing with my family, which sometimes it affect them, but at the same time, I think they understand. But I still make that time to do what I need to do with them. So it's really just a lot of sacrifice. I can't really pinpoint the what anybody else would have to go through. I just can
Yeah.
tell you what I had to go through.
I think you
It's
said it.
yeah, it definitely sounds like um you you invested in yourself,
Mm.
Yeah,
fully vested, being able to record yourself and also produce for yourself. You pretty much fully invested, still, there's things that outside of what you do when it comes to marketing, branding, and showcasing talents and gifts and being on stage performing the art that you've created within the lab. You know what I'm saying? There's other things that come along with that, but along that journey, um, has there been anybody that was able to help cultivate your gift, like teach you some things or show you some ropes along the way?
man. I think I really like for the first part of my career. I think it was a lot of the artists that I was recording because I seen a bunch of things that they were doing that I liked. So I just kind of like Gabe said earlier, I kind of like took bits and pieces and kind of like made it to my own style. But then I think as I got to, I think when I went to Atlanta to work. I did an internship with Reach Records, which is a craze record label.
Okay.
I think like just being around them kind of gave me like a different edge because I'm around people that's millionaires doing this every day. Seeing how it's operated from an artist standpoint, from a CEO standpoint, and from a mixing, mastering, recording engineer standpoint. So and also getting to see it as a fan as well. So I think that was probably the turning point in my life. And as far as like somebody helping me, like really be like, all right, this is what you need to do to be successful. This is what you need to do. These are the tools that you need to be successful. Not only telling me, but equipping me with the tools to be successful.
Well,
So
with those tools that you got, can you give us 3 tips that you know that stuck out the most, um, to actually help cultivate your gift set?
I think when I first I'm a person that like when I see something, I generally can know how to do it based off seeing it. So when I got to Georgia, I was just sitting there and I would do what they was asking me to do. Like they asked me questions, I do what they asked me to do. But I think the biggest thing that the dude said to me, I don't know if I'm gonna try to remember 2 other ones, but the biggest thing he said is, you know what you're doing, but you don't know why you're doing it. So
mm,
I think once he helped me identify like, dang, I really know what I'm doing, which gave me the confidence.
Mm-hmm.
the I guess the why I was doing it became more important because like now I know what I'm doing, but I know why I'm doing it. So I know
Mm,
what I'm doing, but I know why I'm doing it. So
that is big.
that's
That's
that's something
huge.
that always stuck with me. And then obviously, I think the second thing would be like, I think I think me and my wife was having a conversation, but like basically like kind of like believing in myself and like having the
Mhm.
confidence, not only in God but also in myself to know like this is something I can do. This is something that people are looking at me to do. So I think that's it. And now I ain't gonna lie, I don't know the third one at the moment. That first one stay with me every day.
Absolutely, absolutely. Nafi, you got a comment, man? You want to chime in on that?
Yeah, man, definitely. He's hitting on, so many points, not only from the business aspect as far as, understanding the ins and out of how to move as an artist, but really just, you know, art is expression, right? I believe that art is an expression of that divine force, right? So, you
Mm-hmm.
know, when you know why you're doing it, whether it's to take care of yourself and your family, or at the end of the day, really to just express yourself authentically, like it gives you a different you have a different like you can just feel the difference,
Yeah,
versus
For
someone
real.
who is just, doing it just because other people are artists, right? When it's something that you genuinely love and then you can begin to feed yourself from it, I think it's definitely noticeable. And another thing you said too about, the sacrifices, I think that is vital that especially as creatives, and especially as people being in tune, right? That we continue to balance that time between our art form as well as our people that we love and care for, right? I think that when we find ourselves pursuing what we love, they can feel it, right?
yeah,
That's something that I read recently. It's a book called The
Whew.
Way of the A. It's it's called The Way of the Superior Man, but it's not superior in better than, but it's how to be a better man. Um,
Mm.
essentially, it says that when we're pursuing our passions, everyone around us can feel it, and when we're not, like they notice as well. So, you know, it kind of goes back to that, like, yeah, you're pursuing your dreams, but when you're happy with what you're doing, it translates to the time that you do spend with them. So, um, yeah, that's just a couple comments that I had as far as that, man. And I'm excited to see where you go with all this knowledge, experience, and I definitely got to tap into the art for sure.
Appreciate that.
Gabe, man, talk to the people, brother.
Man, listen, I don't really have anything off that because what that was in and of itself just spoke volumes, and even what Nafi said that spoke volumes. Like that, you know what you're doing, but you don't know why you're doing it. That'll hum you real quick. Hey yo, that phrase will humble you. You know what you're doing, right? You got it. You got it. But why you doing it? You know why? Like that junk will humble you. Like that will humble you. Like I promise you. Just thinking about that every day, like you said, like you say with you every day, that kind of like incites humility. Like, dang, I knew what I was doing this whole time, but I never knew
Fact,
why. So
fact.
it's like it's so helpful. It's so helpful. So transitioning from that, I wanted to know, what inspired your stage name?
Yeah, I was very
So
curious. I still don't know how to read that.
it's Phebosa. So basically, so I put a hashtag in front of my name because I feel like everybody, especially in social media, use hashtags a lot.
Oh yeah.
So I went ahead and just like thought like, shoot, if I'm gonna be a bigger artist or if I'm gonna be a global artist, I need to go ahead and make myself stand out more. And the PHE just simply come from like my label, and I got it. So PHE means prosperity helps everyone, which is like
Mm,
my community, like X, uh, side of my business, and then it also stands for Powerhouse Entertainment, which is my record label, my
okay.
independent record label. So that's where it came. And then Bosa just was like a name that my friends gave me growing up, and I was gonna take the five out of it, but I had a friend that got killed, and his name was Cinco, which Spanish Cinco mean five, so I just kept it in there.
Okay, that's dope. That's dope. So you find a way to show honor. One thing about you,
Yeah,
even in this conversation, see, I'm one of them people, so I be listening. Like as I listen, one thing about you, you have a way with honor. You have a way with
yeah,
honoring people, like honoring people that came before you, and just kind of like in a roundabout way, incorporating it into everything that you do. So
yeah,
that's respectable. Like I really respect that, knowing that you show honor. That's big for a lot of people.
yeah.
'Cause a lot of people don't know that what honor is. And so
We
I
live
just
in a
wanted
Appreciate
to
that.
point that out.
self-made society. So
Right,
honoring the next means I got to turn my light down
right,
in order for them to shine. But in actuality, you actually turn your light all the way up whenever you're able to honor
exactly,
someone else.
Facts.
exactly. Exactly. So that's mad commend. Like I commend you, and it's like I respect that. Like it's just like you know how some people, so one thing somebody do will kind of give you way more respect for something. Like it's just the little things like that. Like me noticing that you literally like you're a person of honor. You're a man of honor, and that
Yeah,
will. I'm here to tell you. I'm here to tell you that will carry you farther than you could ever imagine. Being humble and being honorable and integral will carry you farther than you could have ever imagined. And I'm here to tell you that. And I'm
I
saying it for
appreciate
real.
that. I appreciate that. Shout out
So
to my
yeah, that
father
that
though,
was
man.
that was pretty much it. So I do have something else. So tell me, uh give from two standpoints. From two standpoints. Well now I got three questions. First
Okay.
question is how did you when you say internship, does that mean you was going to school for musical production?
Yeah, so
Okay.
I was going to school for audio production and a minor in science,
Okay.
and so that's what I got a degree in audio production and a minor in science. So that's
Okay.
what I was doing at the time.
Congratulations on that. So that was why I was
Appreciate
wondering.
that.
I heard you say internship, and I was like, so with internship, that means school is incorporated into that. I mean, or
Yeah.
it's somewhere in there. So the next question I have is a twofold question. So you are not just a musician, you are also a producer. So what are some like studio like okay because you are a producer I have to ask this question right so studio wise what are some tips you can give a artist that's coming in the studio what are some things they need to know before they come in here like before you come in this building these are some
Yeah.
things you need to have in your mind when you get here.
I I think the biggest thing is being prepared. Like I get a lot of, and there's no disrespect to anybody, but I
Mm-hmm.
get a lot of people that's prepared, and I got a lot of people that's not prepared. But generally, the session goes a lot smoother and it goes a lot better if you're prepared. If you know what you want to say, if
Mm-hmm.
you at least have an idea. Like I tell people all the time, with me, it's not even about the money. I just want to know, like, what's your vision? Like, what is your idea for what you're trying to do? How you trying to do it? Like, what are you trying to like come across as? So I think that's something I look at, just me personally,
Mm-hmm.
when an artist come into the studio. And the other question you said, what was the other question again? I'm sorry.
I didn't even ask it the other question was going to be from a beginning producer what are some things that you need like what are some okay so I know you don't know what you want to start right
Yeah.
so this is some things that you need to look into like is there a website or is there some kind of some sort of resource that you could give them to say okay so you want to begin production this is how you begin.
So really, really like the biggest thing, I think you gotta have an ear for one.
Mm-hmm.
Cause I think production goes beyond just making beats or playing an instrument. I think production goes into hearing something that other people don't hear.
Mm-hmm.
So which identifies artists as being different or separates artists sonically. So
Mm-hmm.
first and foremost, I think you need to have an ear, but at the same time, I think with music being the way it is now, I think the source ultimately is the internet. You can get on YouTube. I think my first year I got on YouTube and learned how to engineer. I learned the basics. There's still a lot of stuff I didn't know, but
Mm-hmm.
for one, it was the basics, and then I think my first trip to Texas, I went on vacation, but I ended up finding a studio just to see what other people was doing in my realm. So
Mm-hmm.
I think reaching out to people and like trying to get an understanding of what it is that you are doing. And I think by you doing something one way, it's not always a bad thing to go look at somebody else that's doing the same thing you're doing. Most people look at it as competition or they're intimidated, but I think by you going to look at it, I think you're going to figure out what you're doing wrong or what you want to add from what this person doing. I think that helped you out as well.
Okay. So we got to talk about this music. We're gonna segue.
Yeah.
I know Kevin coming in with on Hard in the Paint, but we got to talk about this music. So Kevin, I'm a transition on in and let you start that out.
Why the name Be Still for the music? Why for the album? I'm sorry. Why the name of Be Still?
Be Still is like, I think it's Psalms 46, verse 18. Uh, I forgot it say be still in it, but I think for me personally, I think I was living out that verse, and I think like I moved to Texas last year around the same time, and I think that what I was only thing I was doing there really, I was just waiting. Like I was there, like just like, man, what am I doing here? And why everything in my life not working? I just left my family. I left like majority of my business. So I was like, man, what am I doing here? And but the crazy part is I had already got the name Be Still before I even moved to Texas.
Mm.
So when I was in Texas, it was just marinating with me, and it was like really something like I was really like stuck up there. Like I didn't know my way around. I was just sitting there, man. And because like I'm gonna tell you a funny story, like because like I don't know nothing about like the towing people up there. I think because I still had like South Carolina tags. One time my car had
Mm.
got towed,
Oh man.
and so like, but the crazy part is I was moving so fast. I walked outside. I'm thinking like I'm about to, go and have a good day. I think I was out of the car for like a week or a
Oh
couple of
man.
days at least. But it just, man, it gave me a chance to just sit there and just like reflect on life, appreciate, understand what God was doing in my life, and I think that's why the project called Be Still, because
Gotcha.
all I was literally doing was being still. But even in me being still, God was still being God, and God was still providing. He still was protecting, and He still was directing my path. So that's why.
Mm. Yeah.
Powerful, powerful, powerful. Yes, definitely. So, um, it definitely pays to have those still moments in your life where you can actually take the time out and meditate, bring in some clarity, bring in a sense of peace for your mental state. Um, I'm big on mentality.
Yeah.
So if this ain't working right, ain't none of this is gonna operate right.
Facts.
If your headspace is here, then you're gonna be stretched in so many different places. You're not gonna
Facts.
have time to execute anything. You're not gonna feel good because for one, you don't even have clarity. You're gonna stay stressed, and stress even in itself it brings on different problems within your body.
Yeah.
Stress related things, you know what I'm saying, that can go on within your body just because your headspace is not clear. But whenever you are able to take that time out and have those still moments where it may be just the breeze and the birds chirping or a light rain or just going to the ocean and hearing those waves, zone out and meditate and actually get some clarity on what is the next motion that I need to move in? What is the next direction of this course in my journey? Lord, I need a little help. You know what I'm saying? I've been moving, I've been doing everything I'm supposed to be doing, but what is this next move? Because I know it's something big, I know it's something mighty, I know it's something grand. So what is this next move? And then with your headspace cloudy and you got ruckus going on up there, you're not gonna get a clear sense of direction.
That's true.
Fact.
You're gonna be pulled to each and every direction because there is no clarity. So anything that looks or presents itself to you as an opportunity, you might go after it. But ultimately, that could be a downfall because
Fact.
you could stretch yourself thin and you ain't got nothing accomplished.
Fact.
Nothing.
Fact.
Nothing. So I'm looking forward to hearing this music of Be
Same.
Still. Because
Same.
I feel as if it's gonna help set some things for my course as well.
I appreciate that.
Yo.
Absolutely. We do have another special guest on the line tonight. We have Miss Summer here to my this way. We have Miss Summer. She is a person who does monologues, and she's a great actor, a great performer, unique gift set, vision for days. Talk to the people, Miss Summer. How you doing?
Given me, and I would use it for his storehouse. I
Can you
think sometimes people get
can you
so
start back
entangled in the money
over?
and the fame, they forget about keeping their integrity. Okay, yes,
Because I
sir.
think you were
I
muted.
was gonna say I just thank God for being able to be used, by the power. Can you hear me now?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yes.
So a lot of times, we have to learn how to just trust God, and believe in Christ and just know that if you have a dream, never let it die. Keep on persevering and going forth with it. And I think that's the most important thing, knowing who you are, never losing your sense of identity, and to continue to walk forward. Even when things get rough as an artist, you got to know you're your own brand. You make it come to life. You bring it to where you want to bring it. And, when you bring it, you just got to bring it each time as if it was your last.
That's true.
Mm, that's true. Bring the power when you come.
That's right. Much given, much required.
That's exactly right.
I feel like life is like a
Absolutely.
stepping stone. You never know what to expect out of it. You never know what life is going to bring you, but you got to always learn how to step on top of the challenges and say whatever might make you feel like you down and out one day, it'll continue to keep you down and out. And just know that Christ got something for you. It might take some years. Don't give up as an artist. Keep on persevering. The perseverance makes a difference.
That's true.
That's so true. That
Keep
is so
on it, Miss
true.
Summer.
That's true. That is so true. If you don't persevere and have consistency, then you just got a little hobby that you might be doing. But if you believe in this thing so wholeheartedly and you have the passion behind it and you got the strive and the drive, I encourage you in this 22 year to go for it all the way. Press into it. You might feel a little resistance, but you remember challenges are to
Amen.
build you, they're not to destroy you. So
True.
press all the way into it, lift those weights, become stronger, pick yourself up. Let's go. Let's persevere in this season. Gabe, talk to him, man.
Bro, I'm stuck.
Amen.
Okay,
I
I'm just
like
stuck.
that. I like that. I like
I'm I'm so stuck. I'm stuck on
that.
the title of, is this the album title? Be Still.
Yeah, that's
I'm
the title.
stuck. I'm stuck because I know the end. That's the rest of it, the line. And so when you say that, I just keep hearing and know that I'm God.
Yeah.
Yo, that's for me. That's my thing. That's what's happening to me. Like that's what's going on to me with me right now. Like it's like I'm having to be still because I don't. We talked about earlier. I'm just not. I'm not able. So
Yeah.
like, I'm having to be still. But in my being still, He's telling me and know that I'm God. So it's like be still and know because I need you to really know that I got you.
Facts.
Period. Like I got you. You're in the new terrain. You're in the new territory. Um, He got you. Even in that situation, that story you told us, I bet you that whole time you were good.
Yeah.
So it's just like it when you said that, it kind of reminded me. It kind of reminded me of my own personal testimony and how that going through what I'm going through, I am being still, but in my being still, I'm realizing and I'm knowing and I'm having a clear, sober, thought that I'm knowing that He is still God. I'm being still, and I know that He's God. So that it just stuck with me. It's a lot more I can say, but that just kind of like had me stuck for a second. Like I couldn't even shake it. Like I was like, whoa.
I know how you feel, Gabe.
Yeah.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Cause if you really pay attention to his storyline, it's somewhat where we are right now.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So absolutely, right on time. He don't make look. There's two things I've been saying lately in this season. God don't lie. He don't make no mistakes.
No mistakes.
Facts.
None whatsoever.
No mistakes. No mistakes. Not one.
So man, hey Bosa, talk to the people, man. Let them know where you're gonna be at this Saturday, brother.
This Saturday I'm gonna be at Common Ground. I think the address was 933
Broadway Street. That's
Broadway
right.
Street, Myrtle Beach,
I
South
put it up there
Carolina.
for him.
Yeah, Broadway, South Carolina at 7:30. So definitely beat us there. Don't meet us there. Beat us there.
That's it.
And make sure come out, clear your heart, clear your mind. Come have a good time.
That's right, guys. You see it right there on the page itself. It says Common Ground presents Be Still album release featuring Bosa. Powerhouse Entertainment is in the house. So March 19th, which is this Saturday, doors open up at 6:30 and showtime begins at 7:30. You're going to hear from Bosa. You're going to hear from some other phenomenal artists. Even Miss Summer, she's going to come out and do a monologue piece for us. You never know. You never know what you what you might get with this open mic session.
Look, even you, you the viewer, you who watching right now.
That's right.
Even you might be coming out and do something. So yeah, we want you to come because God, you want to hear from you. You know,
absolutely.
There might be something you got for us. You might want to rap. You might have poetry. You might want to sing. You might even have a book you want to, tell us about. Art.
Sure.
You have art that you want to display. Like even you, this could be an opportunity for you to branch out and be exactly what God calls you to be. Even you, we want to see you. March 19th. Doors open at what time? 6:30.
6:30. That's right.
Show begins at what time?
7:30.
Even you,
we want to see you there. Your face in the place.
Face in the place.
Guys, this has been such a delight to interview my dear brother and Miss Summer and with my co-host, Brother Gabe. When I tell you I'm so inspired, I'm moved by this conversation.
Yes.
Even the words that Miss Summer spoke about being steadfast and keep going, persevere, press your way through. You know what I'm saying? Things get hard sometimes, but if you're able to press your way through, it's well worth it. I told this person the other day, I said, transition is not always easy, but it is definitely well worth it. So why won't you transition your vehicle down to Myrtle Beach, South Carolina? Come see us. We're going to have an open mic night. And the feature artist, once again, is my dear brother, Bosa in the house. Hey, Common Ground, we're growing up.
One mic
at a time. Thank you, good peoples, and we're out.